Hello, Eric. How are you? Hello, Shade. I don't know what that means. This is 5 people will be previewing your live. I don't know what that means. Hello, 5 people. Hey, everybody. Hello, Justin. Hello, Solo Shadow. Thank you, Shades. I appreciate it. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, Caprian Boy. How are you? Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Hey, Lou. How are you? Eric, you reached level 24, Eric. That's badass. I love it. I hope everybody's had a good week. Anybody do anything fun? Good. I'm glad you're good. You're always good though, Lou. And I'm glad. We'll see if notifications go out. For some reason, I feel like they're not. I just have a hunch. Did you? That's fantastic, Justin. I bet she's really pretty. Is she really pretty? Moving on up. Luke, you do fine. And thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. But she's like pretty. Hello, RC. How are you? Really gorgeous. Hey, Banditos. That's fantastic. There we go. That was my mother congratulating me. So it's kind of a big deal. Hey, Jack. What's up? Hello, Cameron. Okay. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate it. Oh, Shays has a crush on a girl, but you're not pushing it? That's smart. That is the best way. Very big deal. Thank you. Thank you, Historical Talk. I appreciate it. Hello, Demonio. And Aisha, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to the throne that I moved to Essos because I'm done with Westeros. Hello, Bree. Thoughts on the finale? Oh, we'll talk about that. Hey, Ricky. Thank you for the follow, Eli. I appreciate it. Hello, Arthur. We'll talk all about that. We got a lot. We're gonna talk about the finale. We might talk a little bit about predictions for Aegon's conquest. And I don't know why, thank you, Brie, I do this to myself. I'm gonna attempt to eat this because I told you I would. Oh, Zeldrizis Bustari Ixos Daor. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Do I watch Interview with the Vampire? Yes. Yeah, Brie. Why do I do this? Like, nobody told me to. It has artificial sweetener. Like, I'm not trying to get on some sugar kick while I'm live. I wish, Shays. That'd be great. Hello, Shadow. Hello, Bear Down. How are you? Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. I know. And you realize I had to put that backwards. My talents are just amazing. Hello, Holly. Thank you, Bear Down. I heard you've been having a good 24 hours. Hey. Thank you, Bree. Thank you very much. Elijah, old enough to tell you shouldn't ask a woman how old she is. You can leave. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, K-Boy. I appreciate it. Hey, Chloe. And I got that one. Oh, the AI summary says celebrating 100,000 followers with viewers. Thank you, Shades. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Shades. Holly, I didn't make it. It's the swords collected by Aegon the Conqueror. Izzy, if you're going to be rude, you can leave. Thank you, Chloe. And that bear down is why you were one of my closest friends. Is this Game of Thrones? You could say so. Thank you, Indy. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you, thank you. You're so funny. Oh my God, Reek is in here? Wow. Oh, Mona, honey, I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm fine. Dracarys. Trolls don't bother me. I'm sure you do want an Iron Throne, doesn't everybody? As I knew, here is a size accurate Drogon. Size accurate for the outfit. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Hello, Aggie. Hello, Gracious. Thank you, Morpho. Thank you. What do I call you, honey? Do you want me to call you all? Mona. Where did I get the dragon? Hatched it from a fossilized egg. Tanny, doubtful. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Thank you. Thank you, Beardown. I appreciate it. Favorite Baratheon brother from Game of Thrones? You thought that is a real dragon. If you have a problem with that, you can go. No, I don't have a similar voice as Amelia Clark. Yeah, I knew they would. Thank you, Joanna. Bree's got a lot going on and Jessica's not here. So that means Eric and Bear Down are working extra. So, and I figured it would be. Come on, trolls. Thank you. Is it Lacey? Thank you, Lacey. I love Lionel Baratheon, but I think they meant from Game of Thrones. Dracarys. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Bree. My favorite Baratheon from Game of Thrones is probably what her hair would look like in the finale if they did it like the books. I mean, it would be significantly grown out. It would have been years. No. And you can go. Anytime can you say hey to my friend, it's always something corny. Don't spam my chat. Don't spam my chat. Hey, Filardi, how are you? Hey, Jeffrey. It's going to be wild. Lord, it's going to be wild. Maybe I need to message a few people. We might need more mods. I owe you guys. Ah. Yeah, thank you, Bree. Yeah. I like Renly. But honestly, see, what's hard is like you're asking favorite Baratheon in Game of Thrones. So you're not asking a Song of Ice and Fire. So if you're asking Game of Thrones, then that means I take the actor in account. If that's the case, then it is Robert. I don't think anybody could have done any better at portraying Robert Baratheon. Honestly. A lot of the reasons people like Robert Baratheon is because of that actor. But the actor that played Stannis perfectly. He's just not my favorite. Which, you know, everybody's got their favorites. Ooh, Chloe, thank you. I'm glad. I love hilarious. Especially from you, because I know it is hilarious then. I have no idea how that heart's gonna taste, by the way. Should I start it? My favorite Stark? It's gotta be Bran. I'm kidding. Do I think Lena did Cersei justice? Yes. Yes. 100%. Now, she's different than book Cersei, but I think she did her a lot of justice. Book Cersei thinks she's show Cersei. Book Cersei isn't as smart. Oh, Chloe, then that means it will be. 100% it will be. Probably one of about 5 things. Hey everybody. People are saying the actor of Jacaerys could play Book John. Yeah. Yeah. He could. Yeah. I don't see any reason why he couldn't. Yeah. I haven't seen anybody say that. And I have no idea what the reference is. That makes it even better, actually. It makes it a lot better. Yes, Gabriel. I cannot wait for American Horror Story season 13. I think it's going to be really good. I saw some people hating on it, and I was like, wait a minute. Bear down, thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you. That's badass, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Funny enough, I don't know why people are complaining about American Horror Story. Like, they're just bringing back a lot of the characters. They're like the favorite characters of everybody. So, let's just be positive about it, shall we? For at least now. But seriously, thank you, Bear Down. Yeah, the 7 circles, it probably is. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, it has. It has been struggling for a while. Thank you, Jay. Yep. That's what they call me. This is probably going to be so gross. Are y'all ready? I didn't say I would eat it all at once either. Okay? Thank you, Jay. Hey, Skylar. God, this is probably one of the stupidest ideas I've ever had. Amelia would be good at anything. My favorite armor in Game of Thrones? The Knight of Flowers. Jesus. Oh, God. It's rubbery and gross. It's a heart. It's supposed to be. God, Brie, are you watching this? Why does everybody keep calling me Brianna Tarth? I'm 5'2". All right, here we go. That's nasty as hell. God. That's foul. Oh. It's chewy. Mm-hmm. I almost gagged. Oh. God. And I did everything I could to make that taste good. There's no way. There's no way to make that good. Ugh. How about this? How about I just take a bite every once in a while? Oh, it's fucking disgusting. It's a stallion heart, obviously. Thank you, Brie. Chloe, I love you. Ty, it's good. I know, bear down. I'm not. Side note, I put collagen in this, so it's kind of good for you. Oh, God. Just ASMR. Shades, I tried to make it really sweet and it's not. You know what? It wouldn't make sense if it tasted good, because that would be completely against canon. And we've already had enough. Alright. I'm just gonna sit here and I'll eat some more in a bit so everybody gets to witness me being completely grossed out. I don't know who Anthony Starr is. Who is that? Should I know who that is? Thank you, Chloe. It's the effort. You know what I mean? Look. It's like... Oh. It's not just Jell-O. That would have been too easy. That's what I should have done. Ty, I tried to make it really sweet. I really did. And I don't know why it's not. I put a lot of stuff in there to make it sweet, and it's just not. It's like, you know what? No, you can't have it easy. Thank you. Yeah, effort. I mean, like, look. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, look, Lace, that's what I'm here for. Okay? I got my dragon. I got my stallion heart. I'm at 100K. We're playing Targaryen music. We just had the finale of House of the Dragon. I mean, I'm on top of the world. Thank you, Brie. See, that one wasn't as bad. That one was Jell-O. Ooh. Is it any good? House of the Dragon or that stallion heart? Both is a no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Look, Lace. I've been through the red waves multiple times. Almost every time I go live. So if I don't laugh, I don't know what I would do. I have no idea. Whew, that was bad. Is it good? House of the Dragon or the Stallion Heart? No, to both. And of course they put Daenerys in Helena's tapestry because you can't leave her alone. Thank you, Lace. Thank you, Brie. I'm so glad. I love y'all. I hope you know, like, this is literally for y'all. I will completely make a fool of myself for y'all. Happy to do it. Yeah, true, Eric. True. You've never seen any of the shows? But, like, see, you're still entertained. That's my goal, man. You should watch Game of Thrones, though. Hello, Lee. How are you? Whew. It's just chewy nothing. It's the lack of taste that makes it really gross. Maybe I should time it every so often I take a bite. I don't know. Gelatin's good for you. And I told you I put collagen in it, so. How much? I mean, not a lot. Hello. Hi, Savior. But it doesn't have a bad taste after it, Chloe. There's barely any taste, which just makes it weird. I mean, great. If me taking bites of this weird thing is entertaining to y'all, I mean, that's why I'm here. Hello. I've seen some episodes. Oh, we have a green man. Hello. Ty, next time? Next time? Yeah, I'm from Lord of the Rings. A lot of Khaleesi's in Lord of the Rings. Ty. Which house would I want to be born in if I was in that world? Targaryen? I don't know what that means. It's nothing. It's like eating nothing. I'm very happy. In my defense, Daenerys doesn't look particularly happy eating it either. She is after. Justin, you gonna come pick me up and carry me around if I finish this? It's like chewy water. I'm gonna be uninvited to the cookout because of this. Why do people keep asking me that? Block anybody that asks that. Shades, she doesn't eat much in the books either. Lace, I did at first. I'm trying to make it last the whole stream. That's my excuse. That's so rude. I don't know why that's a thing now. Thank you for the follow, Ty. Yeah, it's like chewy water. Shades, people want to know a lot of stuff about me. And a lot of it's weirder than that. Well. Hello, KGB. All right, Justin. Hey, Jared. How you doing? How's it going? Thank you, Chloe. Oh, South Africa? Great. Hey. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Bree. Chewy water. It's gross, chewy water. Hey, everybody. I'm the Southern Mother of Dragons. Welcome. I put myself up to ridiculous things. Nah, like old water. It's like chewing old water. Thank you, Shades. Thank you, Shades. Thank you, KGB. Did y'all see that? KGB just quoted Jorah. That's my friend right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's what pisses off Viserys. See that? That's why I'm the queen. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Oh. If you're speaking like very descriptive Dothraki, I don't know what to say to you. Hello, Aegon. If this makes you hungry, I'm worried about you. No, it's not. I wish it was canned cranberry. No, it's a lot more solid than that. Do I think Drogo, if he had lived, would he have? All right, we're gonna take a little break. Do I think he would have invaded Westeros? Yeah, that's what he said he was gonna do. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Tiki? Holly, yes, it's the horse heart. It's a horse heart. That's what it is. You just answered your own question. Apex, do you not know where you are? If you don't, you can leave. If you want to wake the dragon, you can. I've got no problem with it. Bye-bye. Aegon, that is why we love George. Because nobody else writes like he does. Nobody. That's why it takes him so long. I don't give a damn about Leighton Hightowers, whatever. Why would I care about that? KGB, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Alright. Let's look to see what the people are saying. I've really come to like this. Yeah, he does. Jon meeting Mance, then getting his cloak fixed in the current cloak Jon has been wearing. Yeah, Aegon. Thank you, Justin. Kitty, if it has something to do with me and it's not rude, it's fine. But if you're like just in here to troll, it's a no. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Aegon or Rhaenyra, neither. Yeah, that's just KGB. I don't like Aegon or Rhaenyra. That's kind of the point. I only now picked up on it that the woman fixed his cloak with red silk. Targaryens, but I don't have a problem with the Blackfires. I think that's ridiculous. Ah, wait, Aegon so black and red? Hello, Jessica. Man, that is disgusting. So since Jon met Mance, he's been wearing a black cloak with red stitching this entire time. Aegon, I didn't think about it either. I did not. Thank you for the follow, boys. Huh? Yeah, he's been doing that. He's been doing that. Jared, chill out, okay? Jared's fine. He just needs to chill out. Besides the heart, what's my favorite food? A cinnamon roll. Thank you, Jessica. Jared, don't come in here with, like, sick baiting and stuff. We like you. Ah, there's Black Phillip. Black Phillip, I'm not living deliciously. I don't care about Leighton Hightower's Valyrian mecha or Euron Greyjoy's kaiju at all. And I think it's weird. Stop asking me. Thank you, Jessica. My favorite episode of this season? None. One of the first two. Do I have chili with the cinnamon roll? I do not. It's not Black Phillip, it's gross. Why did I burn King's Landing? Because they were cold. Sternopunks is gross. But it's so gross. It's like chewy water. It's like eating chewy tap water. My favorite part is Gwen building Dark Sister. I know. Yeah, has everybody seen that? Yeah, Gwen's got Dark Sister. I didn't have to do all that. You know what? Bitch, that's why I have 100,000 followers. Because no, I didn't have to do all that. But I do. Because I'm the fucking Southern Mother of Dragons. When you do a quarter of what I've done, come back and talk to me. Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Oh damn. Oh my God, Eric. Oh my God, Eric. Thank you. You're so nice. Thank you. Oh my God, I've never gotten that. That is insane. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, Jess. That was so awesome, Eric. Like, that was incredibly awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. It's taken me 4 years. I'm here. Oh, God. 4 years and thousands of trolls. I'll clip it. Definitely. Great. Perfect. Perfect. Great. I love that. It's good. It's good. That's wonderful. Like, tipsy modding, yes. All day, yes. All right. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find a picture of this. So, the internet's been amused. Oh, by the way, I'm live tomorrow night. Thank you, Eric. Tomorrow night, I'm having Richard the Wildling back to interview part 2. So, tomorrow night at 6 Central, we are going to talk about some of the stories from the set of Game of Thrones. It's going to be really fun. Ooh. Yeah, Brie. Like, honestly, it's going to be a series. He's got so many stories. He was in all the best episodes, too. Ooh, that was foul. Okay. So, everybody knows what Dark Sister looks like, or at least most people that I hang out with know. So, here's Damon with Dark Sister. You see it? Bruce, if you have a problem with how I pronounce things, you can go. All right, so that's Daemon's sword. Why Gwaine have same sword? Why Gwaine have it? Why? Why Gwaine have Dark Sister? Huh? Why? Why for Gwaine have Dark Sister? Way to go, y'all. Way to go. Yeah, apparently they love Dark Sister. Everybody gets to use it. You like that, Brie? I thought you might. That's great, huh? Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm glad Aegon reminded me. Okay, so there's that. So I think that's why they posted a picture of Ormond's sword to try to get people to talk about something else. Preem, it's a stage play. What? No, that's just them not caring. They don't care. They just use the same sword. They honestly really don't care, I promise. They really don't. Okay. Catastrophic error. Gwaine Hightower wields the Dark Sister sword. Like, that's Dark Sister. It's dragon wings, right? Why would Gwaine have a sword with dragon wings? Yeah, Shades is right. The Mad King play is just straight up weird, man. It's weird. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Somebody very funny did this. Rhaenyra speaking High Valyrian to the small folk. He's the prince who was promised? Bree is correct. Gwaine is the prince who was promised. As soon as I saw him dismount that horse, I knew he was the prince that was promised. So the small folk are saying, can you understand her? And one says, the prince that was what? And then another says, did she say anything about bread? I'm starving. They hear the baller. Wee! Only dragon should have, dragon blades. Yeah, that's just them, like, not caring. I don't think I look like Cersei, but okay. The quote that George said in the interview was, I don't want to appoint another writer who gives his own vision. I want my vision, and I want a director who loves the work's sources. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, the orange heart up there, sending me a heart me. It costs 1 coin, and I appreciate it. What's up? Thank you. So, he's not being like 100%, like he's not trying to start beef, but he gets his point across. Yeah, a lot of people think that, Shades. I don't think she should have told the prophecy to the small folk. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. I agree. What's the point in telling the prophecy to the small folk? Why would they care? That's just going to make you look loony. I don't understand the point. Like, why tell them that? I think we're supposed to just think she's losing it, I guess. Which, I mean, that's just... Thank you. I think that's it, yeah. Just to make her just seem unhinged. Okay, let's see what else we got. So this is really cool. I don't know if you guys knew this. Thank you. Thank you, Under. So, they found a new species of lizard. And they named it Cyrax. Because of the color. See? That's cool. I love that. It's called Acanthosora. Acanthosora Cyrax. And it was found in Thailand. in the mountain forests. Whew. No, Justin, I am not. I am good with reptiles. I am good. I've got 5 crested geckos and an egg that Jessica thinks is really funny. I'm good. I'm good. Rate your profile? Nope. Let's see what else. Oh, that's nice. Okay, a thread of complete illustrations of the Song of Ice and Fire 2027 calendar. That's nice of somebody. Okay, let me see if I can figure out the one that I was looking for last time. Do y'all want to look at the pictures again? What if I could? What if I could and I had somebody to help care for? Who's my favorite dragon? Drogon. Drogon's my favorite dragon. Drogon will always be my favorite dragon. What do I think they'll start with in season 4? I guess they're going to continue with Tumbleton. I guess. I mean, there's 2 Tumbletons, or they might skip it. Jay, that's fine. You can have your own favorite dragon, but you don't have to say nah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Airy. That's like people and their teams and stuff. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. Thank you. So y'all want to look at these? I'll take a bite in a minute. Oh, thank you, Jess. I'm sure that's beautiful. Okay. All right. The pictures for the that are in the calendar. I need to check and see why I haven't gotten mine yet. Okay, so this is Ramsey. Thank you, Jordan. With his really creepy armor. Yes, we all like Sheep Stealer. Jay, you like that? Creepy as hell, isn't it? A lot of people like this. It reminds me of Dracula, the 1992 Dracula. Hello, Lily. That is Aura. Yeah, it's Aura. That's some scary Aura, but that's Aura. Okay. Next, we have Oberyn Martell in the mountain. All of this is really important because all of this artwork is either commissioned and approved by George. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna go in season 4. Yep. Very cool picture. A lot of people like Oberyn Martell. Thank you for the follow. A whole lot of people. Almost everybody. That one's giving I'm saving you in the last minute. Yeah, I wish. But we all know. Did either of them win? Not really. Not really. All right, this one's awesome. This is Cersei with Joffrey on the throne. I'll make her a little bigger if I can. Her hair is amazing. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's like, it's got like this kind of braid that goes down and her crown is like woven into it. It's really cool. You're the brother of Elia Martell? Okay. Oh, sorry for your loss. All right. Next, we have the Hound and Arya. When she leaves him. The Hound and Arya are very, very popular couple of really funny characters that get put together. What? You wonder who gave the order, Preem? Tywin? Tywin. Tywin? Tywin? Tywin. Tywin gave the order. Tywin's the one that presented them to Robert. I love Charles Dance, but Tywin's not a nice man. Oh, look, it's my favorite! Adult Daenerys with her giant dragons. AKA the prince who was promised. Look how big Drogon is. Look at that. Bobby, you can go. Bye. Bye-bye. Y'all snow bros are never going to get over that, are you? I did it and I enjoyed it. For the rest of my life, people will ask me about King's Landing. Drogon, Rhaegal, Viserion. Drogon is going to be huge. Dracarys. Justin, you are correct. We do like that prince. Look at this. Look how big Viserion is. Viserion is massive. You realize, like, Viserion used to curl around her neck. And look at that. The detail in the scales is just... If I could, like, I would literally have that, like, a giant poster. Oh, let me zoom in. Look at that. Can you imagine? Look how beautiful that artwork is. That is just so impressive to me. I mean, I don't know why. Look, Tywin was not a fan of anyone Targaryen. Like, the Lannisters have been Targaryen fan people for a long time. They wanted dragon eggs. They wanted Dreamfire's eggs. And they wanted Valyrian steel sword. Neither went very well. Like, Tywin wanted to marry Cersei to Rhaegar, and Aerys said no. Then Aerys fixated on Joanna, Tywin's wife that he was crazy about, and then did something to her that made her leave court, which is Tyrion. Thank you, KGB. Right? Tyrion is the result of that. Aerys and Tywin's wife. Right? So she leaves court. Tywin had a lot of reasons to not be a fan. Oh yay, we've completed the first stage of the Heart Me Challenge. Thanks guys. If you haven't, there's an orange heart up there, send me one. Ugh. Every time I look at that, I'm like, it's only a coin and TikTok loves that. Tywin had a lot of reasons to not be a fan of Aerys or his family. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just giving you reasons. Look at big boy. Look at his teeth. Okay. I want you to look at Drogon's teeth. His teeth, his larger teeth, there we go. His biggest teeth are half the size of her arm. Okay? Dude, that's like... See, I like to do that so you can kind of imagine. Can you imagine teeth that big? Thank you for the follow, David. Tywin. I mean, the mismatched eyes. David, the rumor of my demise was greatly exaggerated. So, I think that one was just asking why I wasn't... I don't know. Who cares? I think that one was asking about Daenerys, but who knows? He's probably going to get weird anyway. Honestly, I think Dan and Dave had specific notes from George when they ran out of source material. Like, probably just really big plot points. I think that's why they had Tyrion go under the pyramid, and he was the one to take the shackles off of Rhaegal and Viserion. And you know how they let him with no issue? I think that's because Dan and Dave knew that Tyrion is Aerys' son. What? KGB, I don't even get that one. I don't have a clue. All right. Okay, wait a minute. I think this is the picture I couldn't find last time. Yeah. That looks like giants in the background. So I guess that's the horn. The horn of Joramun. I guess. It doesn't say. But I mean, that has to be giants in the background. What else could it be? God, the giants are huge. I like the giants in Game of Thrones. Apparently they're a lot bigger. Okay, why is everybody saying that? I don't get that. Am I missing something? Is that some new thing? Thank you for the follow. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be the Lord of Bones? Bree. If that's supposed to be the Lord of Bones, he looks terrifying. Why the look? I'm sorry, because people make weird comments. That's got to be who that is, right? Okay, KGB, you make sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. Okay, so he's wearing a giant skull. Okay, that's insane. Oh, thank you, Eric. The baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Okay, that's like way more terrifying. I wish they would have done that in the show. Hold on, I'm just making sure there's nothing else. No, the giants are huge, the horn is massive, and the Lord of Bones is really scary. You got a fan favorite here, Stannis. The ham that was promised. Me too, Brie. Hey, Pendragon. Ladies and gentlemen, the ham that was promised. What? It's funny. It's fun to make jokes about Stannis because he doesn't have a sense of humor. Hello. Oh yeah, this is a good one. The over-the-top bouginess of House Tyrell. I'm sorry, but like, really? I mean, well, little Lulu, if it didn't, it'd be kind of weird. I'm glad you like it, considering I'm the Southern Mother of Dragons and I'm in the Iron Throne. Something about this stream? I'm showing the A Song of Ice and Fire calendar from the throne. How excited am I for Aegon's conquest? I'm very excited. I'm very hopeful about it. The showrunner did House of Cards. I think that's great. I would assume we're going to get something closer to a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms than House of the Dragon. Thank you for the follow. What do I do? The question is, what do I not do? I do what queens do. I rule. I like making random people feel awkward. I have to have fun. Next. Victorian. He's okay. I'm sorry, Victorian's just not my favorite. I mean, he's alright. I'm ready for Victorian to just go. Hello, Volk. How are you? Justin, you're not supposed to feel awkward. Victorian's chapters are okay. It's just kind of, Eric, you know what? I do. All right, this one's is creepy or creepier than Ramsay. Lady Stoneheart. Let's zoom in on that, actually. Hey, how's it going? Want to talk to her? Want to have a good time with her? Yes, that's Justin, Jess. Uh-huh. I know, her throat is wild. You can see. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. When the three sisters roll out, it's going to be Pete. What three sisters? Hello, Lily. How are you? Are you talking about Aegon's two sister wives? Is that what you're talking about? There's two. Rhaenys and Visenya. And Aegon. That's the three heads of the dragon? Oh, Legolas is in here. Hello. Hey, you're welcome here. We're very cool with elves. Yeah, Aegon has two sisters. Okay. Hey, Gotham Knight, how are you? Somebody blocked Justin. He just sent me a message. Can somebody please unblock Justin? Alright, I know we get a lot of trolls, but let's not block people that obviously are not. Thank you. All right. Sorry, Justin. Okay, so you're talking about the dragons. Yes. I'm very excited to see the dragons together, yes. And I hope that Aegon's Conquest Vhagar looks something like a younger version of Vhagar from House of the Dragon. I like that continuity. But I mean, whatever they decide, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But if it happens again. Okay, so this is Tyrion and Bronn. Tyrion looks like a shady thing. Thank you, Chris. How are you? Jessica. See, that's Tyrion. Look how shifty he looks. Look at that. And Bronn. Here's your Master of Coin. All I have to do is say Jessica's name. I love that. Okay, so this is Jeor Mormont and Maester Aemon. I don't think we saw this one last time. So there's Jeor, and then we have Maester Aemon right there. Which is very cool. Maester Aemon, a huge fan favorite for good reason. A man that has been through immense amounts of pain. Just a lot. A whole lot. Justin, you're very nice. Maester Aemon's been through it. And then, of course, Corn. My least favorite character. Okay, Jameson, from what though? A Song of Ice and Fire, Fire and Blood, House of the Dragon, or Game of Thrones? Snow. Corn. Snow. Justin, that's another one. Thank you. Thank you, SB. That's another one from the audiobooks that sticks in my head. Oh, my least favorite character from House of the Dragon. You know, it's really difficult, but honestly, it's Ulf. I actually dislike Ulf more than Kristen Cole. And I'm not even kidding. At all. Yeah, everybody like share, repost, do all the things. We're only like 4K likes. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Come on. Preem, I can't stand Ulf. I know, like, he had his moment in the finale, but yes. Yeah, I agree, Jameson. He doesn't deserve Silverwing. Hello, Lynn, how are you? Silverwing is amazing. He does not deserve Silverwing at all. Okay. What else do we have? What is that? Oh, I can't show that. That's mean. Hey, Lucifer. How are you? Okay, yeah, I can't show that. Hi. All right. And as I've said over and over again, hold on. Best moment. We talked about this. Me and Bear Down talked about it on the podcast, which will be out soon. For real. You want again? I kind of just want that on a loop. The poor kids. Yeah, the poor kids. But did you notice that Daemon told them to get out of the way? It's war. Um, what? Oh, Lisa, for your fine. So, what a lot of people don't realize is that Daemon has no need to scream Caraxes. We've already seen him summon Caraxes through the Dragon Bond. Him screaming Caraxes is for the people behind him to hear, move out of the way, but also get pumped up. And he's facing forward because he wants every high tower, every single one to hear him scream Caraxes. Roddy, I don't know, man. Roddy's not a fan of kids. He's just not. What can I tell you, man? It's war. I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing my best to make up for it, but I can't change the past, man. I can't. They call me Misa. I do my best, but war is war. This is why I don't want a war. Blame Aegon. Blame Rhaenyra. Don't blame Daemon, because that's the only thing watchable now. Blame everybody. All right, what else we got? What? Oh my God, I can't. Okay, I can't read what this says, but it's like, but it means basically, George is the reason for everybody in the room. And it's all the books that are all like something of Thrones or like a song of something. There's one that says Prince of Swords, House of Beating Wings. Like, yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. I'm very fond of children. Very. I would not have sent anybody to do that. Come on, man. Get on to Cersei. She's the one that brought the small folk in. Well, that's interesting. Hilarious. What else? Oh, that's gross. James is glad that Cersei. Well, uh, considering what she did to Missandei, I mean, hey Rocky, thank you. Oh wow. Somebody said what happened. I'm not gonna comment on that. Yeah, Bree. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just showing it. I'm not saying anything. Ahem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's too much for me. What is this? If Caraxes was to switch sides, Would he fight Cyrax because their bond is quite strong? Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. Yes. That's what's sad. That's a good question. He would probably try really hard not to and push against it, but ultimately would have to. That's a really good and sad question. That's why you don't want a war. It's not fun at all. Everybody's obsessed with Caraxi Screech too. I love that. I'm really glad a lot of people are loving Caraxes. Not that they didn't before, but they do like extra now. What else? Okay, this is funny. Somebody said, how did Aegon know Aemon was at Harrenhal? And the person replied, bitch, the entire realm knew. I'm sorry, that's just funny. Bree does deserve the attention. Bitch, the whole realm knew. Jesus. Well, I mean, they're not wrong. No, they're not wrong. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay, what is this? I can understand Helena being angry at Rhaenyra, but that scene still rubbed me the wrong way. Rhaenyra had already lost children, family, and her birthright was being taken from her. Yet Helena looked her in the face and called everything she cared about ugly. Honestly, that was the only thing Helena did throughout the entire show that I genuinely disliked. It was odd. I agree with this person. It was a bit odd. It was strange. It felt strange because yet again we didn't have much build up. I think it could have been explained and it would have made sense if they had had more interaction and they just didn't. So it came across as like, what? Jameson, honey, I don't know. If I knew, but I don't. I don't have a clue. Lucifer, correct. She was telling the truth. It just would have, it would have been a little better if maybe they'd had a couple conversations, you know? Like maybe have Helena try to get to her, you know? More effort than just telling her about the doo-doo bugs. Yeah, Brie agrees. You know what I mean? Like, if Helena had see again, guys, this is my problem. My problem is we waste time at Harrenhal when we could use it for other things. Like Helena and Rhaenyra talking about, I don't know, Helena trying to make a point, you know, when the dragons fight, nobody wins, and stuff like that. And then have Rhaenyra ignore her like twice and then talk about doo-doo bugs. Yes, it is a back tattoo. I mean, to me, that would have been better. Instead of just saying, like, there are bugs that are pretty that eat doo-doo. All right, Brie agrees. Thank you. You know? What is it? It's a giant tattoo on my back that says, ask me about King's Landing. Hello, Elbara. How are you? Our only sibling that doesn't completely suck at she missed out having any relationship with. The adults. It was the adults' fault. The kids could have all gotten along. That's part of the tragedy. I'm very good. Thank you. What is this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, this is funny. The only characters who would look natural in the first season of Game of Thrones. I don't think they're wrong. I think they're right. Why did these characters get more care in writing than like main characters? Yes, the competition, that was it. Where is Vagar? That's a good question. I mean, I guess like just chilling out. Taking a nap. Um Hiding somewhere and hoping people think she's a hill. Pretending to be a mountain. Yeah, Lucifer. Yeah. Yes, because Otto started it. Thank you, Brie. Otto definitely started it. But like, what got to me was Otto's plotting, and then when he kind of crashes out a little bit, and he's just laughing at Aegon. That was kind of great. Thank you. I don't know who that is. I don't have a clue who that is. Yes, Unhinged is always fun. A lot of fun. Hmm. Oh, thank you, Eric. Eric's a super fan now. Jay, yeah, that's Laris. Laris likes feet. The last episode of House of the Dragon. Yep. Yeah, I've been munching on Stallion Heart. The last episode of House of the Dragon was kind of unhinged. Yeah, poor Sheepy. What do you mean you'll never recover from that? Because it wasn't very good, or what? Oh, okay. Thank you, Eric. Hello, Steven. How are you? Yeah, it tastes like congealed water. I'll be honest with you, Helena's passing didn't really bother me much. I didn't feel anything. Yeah. I mean, Rhaenyra closed the window. Apparently she didn't feel anything either. From the sheriff, Rhaenyra didn't put him in her hand. Would anything change? The high towers would have just taken over. Preem. If Otto was her hand, he would have found a reason that she wouldn't have been around much longer. Yeah, Brie, I was just like, oh, okay, that happened. That was a thing. You know? Just, I don't know. Yeah, that scene was weird. Otto Hightower is Alicent's father, yes. The force feeding scene was real weird to me. It gave a real gross vibe, which I'm sure is pretty easy to guess. I don't know. I mean, I just think they were trying to do anything they could to make us dislike Rhaenyra. Yeah, Brie, it was very odd. The whole point that's going on is Ryan Condal's very Team Green, and he's come out and made some statements that the white-haired Targaryens with dragons are not the good guys. That's what he said. No, Lucifer, that makes perfect sense. Honestly, Otto's not the only one to do that to his daughter. They all did. That's just what they did. Honestly, what's the difference between this and what Kat told Rob to do about picking one of Walder Frey's daughters? There's no difference. Was that fair for Rob? No. It's different. Daenerys got sold into slavery. It was worse. Yeah, Daenerys was actually sold into slavery. So, there's that. That's what people did if they had a kid. Use kid to make alliance. I mean, it's based on medieval times, not the restaurant. That's just what happened. Somebody asked, what Game of Thrones decision still makes absolutely no sense to you? And they said, Littlefinger giving Sansa to the Boltons really served no purpose at all. Correct. Correct. You can't be purely good in Game of Thrones and live. I wouldn't say that. There is no 100% purely good. I guess unless you want to consider like newborn babies in Hodor. Everyone else has something. Not in the books. She didn't get a crappy ending in the books. She's alive. Marjorie was not good. Marjorie used PR. Hey, Music. I don't know, guys. Like, I just didn't feel a connection with Helena like y'all did. Yeah, PR. She admits it. She admits that all the things that she did, she made sure people saw it. I'm not saying that's wrong. It's smart. I'll be honest with you. Having Rhaenyra not care about Cyrax being hurt me way worse than Helena. But I like the dragons. I don't really care for the people. You're a big fan of House of the Dragon? That's great. That's great. That's what you said? I mean, when Rhaenyra got off Cyrax and just walked and didn't even say anything, I was mad. Yeah, sheep stealer's huge. And like, that was repeated bites to the neck. Exactly, Brie. Yeah, she did. She was the smallest dragon there. Oh, God, Jade. I don't know. I really don't. If I had an answer to that, hey, Wallace, I have no idea what that Dreamfire thing was. Not a clue. Jay, yeah. I think that was on purpose again because This whole season was to get us to not like Rhaenyra. I'm good. Hey, Cadillac. You know, I just think like we were supposed to not like Rhaenyra. Yeah, it did work. It did. But it's just strange because like the whole point of Fire and Blood is you get two different sides of a story and you're not sure which one is true. The extreme bias now, it changes the story. Yes, what Jay just said. What's my favorite house in House of the Dragon? I'm not real happy with House Targaryen. House Valerian tries. How about that? She is known as Rhaenyra the Cruel in Fire and Blood. Yeah, Ryan Condal wears a team green hat. Yeah, Cyrax did put up a good fight, but shouldn't have had to. Thank you, Alice. Shouldn't have had to at all. No, a lot of people are saying that. It's not just you, Cash. A lot of people are saying that Daemon would make a better king. I'll be honest with you. If we're talking show, the Daemon we have right now, the one that protected Rhaena, admitted that he hadn't been there for her in the past, cares about his dragon, told the kids to move out of the way, had a whole moment there looking at the destruction of war. This Daemon, yeah, we'd be a lot better off. Seriously. Where was Joffrey's dragon? Man, look, budget. That's why there's no Vagar. Budget. That's why Gwen Hightower's got Dark Sister. Daemon could be another Maegor? No, they're different. Maegor and Daemon are different. I find he was more unpredictable in the first two seasons. I think that's balancing out now. Honestly, Daemon's the only one whose character arc is making sense. Jay, I doubt that. Most of that was plastic. Oh, Lucifer, you're fine. Look, I defend Cannibal. We all have our things. I mean, like, that's why, like, somebody comes in and they say they love Ramsay Bolton, and then people will, like, have a problem with it. No. Like, there's a lot of bad characters that are interesting. A lot of people love Ormond, because he's weird. It's totally fine. Yes, and Justin's correct. Season 1, Daemon was a menace. 100%. I like season 1 and season 3 Daemon. Yes, I agree with you. I'm also waiting for a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms season 2. I don't know if you're aware, but that's what we're talking about. We're being critical because the showrunner is writing the story based on being petty to George R.R. Martin, and that's really obvious. And that's not how you write. We've already had a problem with that with Game of Thrones. They wanted to hurry up and go to Star Wars, so they rushed it, and you see what you got. I surrendered my crown. What's up, niece? That's funny. Yes, this. Guys, I can't tell you how many times Ira Parker has come out and made a statement about following source material. A lot. Defending war crimes? Nah. No, they didn't get to go to Star Wars. Jay, you don't know that story? My sweet summer child. They never got Star Wars. They failed Game of Thrones so bad. Star Wars didn't want them. We do love Ira Parker. They thought they could go. They thought they could go to Star Wars, and they couldn't. Yeah. I guess they didn't get that signed and in writing. Since we have Dreamfire's eggs, Jameson, the eggs in House of the Dragon are not canon. Are you talking about from season 2, or are you talking about the eggs that Alice has? That never happened. There were no eggs left at Harrenhal. There's no way that Rhaena Targaryen left 5 of Dreamfire's eggs with Alice Rivers. No. That's ridiculous. Drogon, Rhaegon, Viserion's eggs were already in Essos before House of the Dragon ever started. The season 2 eggs, that was a joke. The only eggs that went with Rhaenyra's kids were like, I don't know, a couple in the baby dragon. And those were Syrax's eggs. Brie is ridiculous. Yes, Jay, you're being lied to. All right, you know what? We're going to do a story time, okay? I'm going to tell y'all a story. Everybody gather around real close, okay? Okay, everybody everybody need to get a snack? Anyone need a snack? Anything like that? Thank you, Justin. But no, we're going to have a story time. It's going to be cute. You know what? That stallion heart's disgusting. I'm going to go grab something really quick. Why don't you do the same? Get you something to drink. Take 2 minutes. And then I will tell you about the eggs. And it will make sense. How about that? Let's do that. I'll be right back. If you need to use the restroom, if you need to get a snack or something to drink, please do that. Has like 30 seconds left. It'll only pause for 5 minutes. Hello. I hope you had a snack and got something to drink. Let your dog out if you needed to. I did. Here's some ASMR. You're welcome. Fossilized dragon egg. Only brought one because these are like my favorite set. Technically, this egg should be more black, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Story time. Okay, if you're a visual learner, it's what it looks like when it's fossilized, okay? Okay, so a long time before House of the Dragon, which is the Targaryen Civil War, called the Dance of Dragons. Time in this world at this point is a number and then AC after conquest. Okay? Aegon's conquest was such a big deal that is how time is documented. Okay? So this is in 54 AC. So 54 years after Aegon's conquest. Does that make sense? Okay? So not that long. Honestly, I mean, it's just 50 years. Okay, perfect. So in 54 AC, so Rhaena Targaryen, I'm just going to side note this because that's a lot. We'll just say she had a paramour, okay? And her name was Alyssa Farman. They were very close. Very close. This is the Rhaena that Alice claims gave her the eggs, which is BS, okay? Rhaena and Alyssa were in a relationship. I mean, come on, give me a break. The thing is, Alyssa didn't want to stay at Dragonstone. She was bored. She wanted to go on adventures, okay? Rhaena didn't want her to leave, and Rhaena can't go on adventures. Well, Alyssa did something not nice and stole 3 dragon eggs that were from Dreamfire. She stole 3 from the Dragonstone hatchery. They were from a clutch of Dreamfires. This is Alyssa Farman. Okay? Alice just made that up. Okay? So she steals 3 eggs and departed for Driftmark. And from Driftmark, she took a ship to Pentos. Okay? Pentos is where Daenerys got married. Then she made her way to Braavos. Braavos is where Arya was trained with the Faceless Men. Does that help? And she called herself Alice Westhill for whatever reason. Okay? So Pentos to Braavos. While she's there, Braavos, there's a lot of rich people in Braavos. She saw the Sea Lord of Braavos. He has a lot of money. And she sold the 3 eggs to him. Okay? She sold the eggs. They're worth a lot. So, after that, she gets this ship. And she goes on her little adventures. And we don't know if the Sea Lord of Braavos passed them down or if they maybe were sold and moved around a bit. But the Targaryens were furious. It was a huge deal, because what if they had hatched? Then that means some random people in Bravos are gonna have dragons. So they were pretty stressed about that. So, no. No. She just waited till she was asleep and took the eggs. Yes, 3 eggs. Alice River's story is just made up. So, more than likely, the eggs were hidden for a long time, because we don't have any idea. The only thing we know after that, okay, so you remember it started in 54 after Conquest? Okay, in 298 after Conquest, that's when Daenerys marries Drogo, and Illyrio Mopatis gives her the eggs. That's why they're fossilized, because it's been that long. Okay? Those are Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion. That's where they came from. That's how they ended up on another continent. It has nothing to do with Cyrax. It has nothing to do with Alice Rivers. At all. Nothing. The eggs were taken in 54 AC. So they were already in Bravos when House of the Dragon starts. Okay? There are no... Dreamfire, yes, Dreamfire had other eggs. But if you're specifically asking about the 3 that are Daenerys' children, they have nothing to do with Cyrax or Alice Rivers. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Jameson, it's because Ryan Condal wanted his own Daenerys story. So he switched it to Cyrax and then claimed that the eggs were sent with Rhaenyra's kids. I don't know. What irritated me was trying to make up your own story about Daenerys' eggs, and then how they looked. They were like bright red, bright green, and bright yellow. I called them the stoplight eggs for the longest time. Thank you, Brie. What other dragons or Dreamfires? We don't know. There is no 100% dragon family tree. We can guess based on time. That's about it. But you gotta realize there's no way to know, because at that point, Dreamfire's laying clutches of eggs, Cyrax is laying clutches, Silverwing can still lay clutches of eggs. I don't know about Vhagar. I don't know if she can anymore. She might. So, but that's at least 3 dragons laying clutches of eggs. Right? You're very welcome. I'm happy to tell y'all any of that. Very happy. I don't know, Jameson. She's magic. So it wouldn't shock me if she did. I would say it would probably be less. But I wouldn't say she's incapable. You know? We don't know that much about dragon fertility. I mean, tons of that was lost. That's why I bring up the books that Tyrion's looking for. Anybody ever think it's strange that Tyrion is looking for information on dragons? I know he's fascinated with them, but like, it's totally a clue. He found part of a book in Winterfell, and we have bits and pieces here and there. Lucifer. No, I gotta pass on that. Too much sad happens. I can't handle it. And no, I don't. Thank you so much for the question. Ew. Like, that is so gross. I understand people do that and that's fine, but ew. Yeah, Jameson, they are. I'm trying to talk about dragon eggs and people come in and say that stuff. It's so irritating. Lucifer. I do, but it's because, thank you, Eric. It's because I love it. That's the difference. Ryan Condal doesn't love Fire and Blood. He doesn't love the story. We talked a while back about people that are invested and what you get with that. Like, an example is Henry Cavill walking away from The Witcher because he's like, no, it doesn't make sense. I'm not doing this. And a lot of people respect him for that. It's things like that. It's how Favreau made Iron Man so good because he's a nerd and he loves Iron Man, and then jumped over to The Mandalorian and gave us Luke back because he's a nerd and a fan. It's that. If you put the fandom or the IP in the hands of someone that loves it, obviously you're not going to get what we're currently getting with House of the Dragon. Yes. But why does he love Team Green? Break that down. A lot of this I say on the podcast, but I'll repeat it, I don't mind. Ryan Condal wanted to be known as the guy that wrote the dance better than George. It's some delusional whatever. He gets paid a lot of money and thinks that he's the best. There's probably a lot of people around him that tell him he's the best. So he gets pushed back and obviously sees social media where people are like, why do you change the story? This is ridiculous. And then George does passive aggressive blog posts and he's mad about it. Hey, Jeffrey. Ryan Condal doesn't like Team Green. He wants to be an ass to George R. R. Martin. George's favorite character is Daemon. George loves the Targaryens. Fire and Blood was written to give Daenerys a backstory. That's how we know about the eggs. So if you want to hurt George, what do? Don't like Targaryens, which he's made that very clear, and then disrespect him in the writing. George called all the things that Ryan Condal is doing that are nonsensical toxic butterflies. It's the butterfly effect. He makes a weird decision in season 2, it affects season 3. That's why Ryan Condal had butterflies appear around Alicent when Helena passes. That was a petty thing for George to see. Do you see how that is shaping the story? Should it? Should the story suffer because you want to hurry up and get to Star Wars? Should the story suffer if you're petty and jealous and want to be mean to the creator? No. No. We want a good story. That's why, like, oh God, Dan and Dave are talked about people that literally go to school to become, they probably tell in acting classes, and then anyone that goes to like film school. I mean, it's an example. It's taught. Here's how you take like the biggest ever and then just crash it. Yeah, Brie, it's silly. What character would I bring back in House of the Dragon? Melee's. It's not so much the money, Jameson. It's the ego that does this. It's thinking, yeah, you made this, but I can make your characters better with my ideas. That's the problem. That's the issue. Honestly. I mean, it's just happened to a lot. I'm not really sure why it keeps happening, but I don't think it's something that's going to continue forever. Because A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms did really well. And it got nominated for a lot of awards. So I don't think it's a permanent thing at all. It's been a phase for a while. The subverting expectations. You gotta love that. But yeah, I don't think it's permanent. I think they'll learn from it, but it'll probably take a minute. Yeah, Jameson. I don't understand why in season 3, when we first see her, she's having a panic attack about Aegon, and then by the end, she's wearing that ridiculous armor and speaking High Valyrian to the small folk. That is true, Jay. They did it with no dragons. Yeah. A lot of people point that out. A lot of people have pointed out that the Targaryens, just based on costumes alone, look like they're at their peak in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. If you just compare the costumes, which, is that supposed to be right? No. It's because Michelle Clapton did such an amazing job with the costumes in Game of Thrones that she set a precedent. Did I expect House of the Dragon to have costumes as good as Game of Thrones? No. No. Michelle Clapton told the character's story through the clothing. I could give you a million examples. But I thought we would have better than what we have. A much smaller budget. A much smaller budget. Thank you, Brie. It's just, and for whatever reason, every episode just lacks color. Game of Thrones had color. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms has color. House of the Dragon always has that gray filter over it. Which is actually one reason why Rhaenyra's eye makeup looked so silly. Jay, because Ira Parker respects George R.R. Martin. And if he had a big idea and he asked George about it, and George said, no, don't do that, he didn't do it. He said that in interviews. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. I'll go ahead and tell you, Fire and Blood's pretty cool. And this is only one part of it. There's plenty. It's not like he didn't have enough source material. And it's also completed. Yes, it's an adaptation, so you're going to have to add a lot. And actually, that should not be a problem. It basically means you're going to flesh the characters out more. The only thing that should be different is that we should feel like we know these characters more. That should be happening. We should know the backstory of the dragons, which is never done. They never tell you who used to ride Caraxes. They don't tell you why Silverwing and Vermithor are a bonded pair. They don't even tell you that Syrax and Rhaenyra grew up together. They're almost the exact same age. Syrax has no memories without Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra has no memories without Syrax. None of that is ever told, which is strange. Yeah, which I thought they would. Yeah, they say a little bit about Vhagar, but not much. There's a lot. They don't tell you anything about Vermithor. He's the Bronze Fury. I don't even think anybody's called him that. Not that I can recall. It's just weird. They didn't tell you about Melees. Yeah, true. Good night, Jameson. Melees. Okay. A lot of people want to know why Rhaenys took Melees back there to Vhagar. Well, if they did, it was only once. And he's not bronze, so it doesn't make sense. He's the Bronze Fury, but in the show, he's just brown. Melees is a battle-tested war dragon. Why? Because before the dance, so Corlys has a fleet of ships. And there's pirates, just all kinds of pirates. Tons of them. Well, if you're Corlys and you're married to Rhaenys and you have vulnerable ships, what do? You have Rhaenys with Melees protect your fleet. Before the Civil War, Melees kicked pirates' asses for Corlys. Nobody knows that. Nobody. It adds to the story. So when Rhaenys like, come on, old girl, let's just go back. Melees isn't just a dragon. Melees has kicked a lot of ass and had a good chance with Vhagar. And Rhaenys knew if she takes out Vhagar, the war ends. And she has 2 granddaughters she's worried about. Again, not told. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Do I want Vhagar to go? No, I don't. But like, if you're looking from Rhaenys' point of view, you take out the biggest dragon, they don't have much else. Was it worth the risk? Yeah, it was. Now that stupid scene at Aegon's coronation with Melees, that never happened. That never happened in Fire and Blood. That was just silly. And I see a lot of people bring that up. That Rhaenys had a chance to end everything and didn't. That never happened. That was just another shock value thing that didn't make any sense. What I did like was before that scene when they're trying, after Rhaenys has been locked up and they're helping her escape, and she says, not without Melees. I love that. Very much. Yeah. That's probably what Vhagar's doing. No, that scene didn't make any sense. And that's why it didn't make any sense. Yeah, Aemon in Fire and Blood doesn't have mommy issues at all. That's manufactured. Yeah, same, Brie, same. Yeah. All that weird stuff with Aemon and Alicent, that's not a thing. That's just weird, made up, gross stuff. There's a long list of it. You know, Larys Strong didn't have a thing for feet. That was made up. Any of the really twisted stuff, Larys obsessed with feet, Daemon having a vision about his mom, Aemon wanting his mom, that's all made up by Ryan Condal. None of that's in Fire and Blood. Yeah. None of it. So, I mean, just think about that. I promise, though, there's enough in Fire and Blood, enough backstabbing and animosity and all sorts of things that you don't need that. I don't know, Jay. I can't answer that. Yep, there's no parent-child ick, none. Not a bit. Mysaria is incredibly intelligent and legendary. How about that? Can you imagine that? Yeah. Mysaria is like legendary. The sister to brother, that's because it's Valyrian blood and it's magic. It's not the same. But the parent thing isn't a thing at all. Now, there have been choices made that I think are great. I think some were made with Viserys. Having him show up and make that very difficult walk up to the throne, that was great. That was a great idea. Awesome. I mean, arguably maybe the best scene. Oscar Tully's fun. I got no problem with that. At all. None. But in season 2, making it to where Daemon is getting this big army at the Riverlands for himself, and then Rhaenyra shows up and he gives up, like, that's not a thing either. Lucifer probably not. A lot of people think that Masara is going to take the role of the shepherd in season 4. It wouldn't shock me. If it's not her, that might be one of the new characters that Ryan Condal's talking about, because he said there's going to be a bunch of new characters in season 4. Thank you for the follow. But you have a really interesting character like Black Allie that no one knows anything about. People are like, what about that chick that got cold that has the cool eye makeup? Well, yeah, you're supposed to know something about her, but you don't. And that's totally fine, Lucifer. Right, not one word. There are a lot of things that they decided to not have. Like, Rhaenyra and Daemon's wife, Lena, were really close. All 3 of them. They may have been a throuple. We don't know. But they used to fly dragons together. Yeah. Was that one of the characters that was cut? Which one has Ben? I don't think Ben showed up. Most people thought Roddy was a Stark because, like, all they saw were Stark banners and nothing's explained. So there's that. I don't blame them for thinking that. When you're not told anything else, you're going to assume it's a Stark. You see a direwolf banner. But no. Where's Cregan, by the way? I don't see anybody asking that. Where is he? Why is it taking him so long to go south? I think that's why people are wondering if the Hour of the Wolf is going to be skipped. It might. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, Bree, like, what is he doing? Alicent can make it from King's Landing to Harrenhal in like 2 minutes. What is he doing? I don't get it. We didn't see him at all. We're Rhaenyra's youngest children. Yeah. And by walking, exactly. Look, man, I don't know. I can't tell you. Yeah. With one guy protecting her. One dude. Lucifer, you're funny. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, no horse. No dragon. Just walking. And, like, she did that. She did. Maybe she skipped. Maybe that. Maybe she skipped. Frolicked in the woods. I mean, no, you're not lying. Ooh, we have Aemon's wife in here. You could take him away from Alice. Also, Alice Rivers is different in Fire and Blood. She's scarier. I prefer the Alice Rivers from Fire and Blood a lot. There's more mystery to her, which makes her scarier. Yeah, her facial expressions are funny, but that's the thing. She's not supposed to be Harren the Black's wife. And she's not supposed to be... The writer of the episode said that Alicent, Aemon, and Alice are in a love triangle, and that's just not right. Hey, Pumpkin, how are you? Speaking of beautiful, y'all, that's my friend Kim. She's a really awesome person. She makes a lot of great content. She loves Star Wars and she has a great OC. Follow her. I'm good. I'm very good. I hope you are well. Everybody show Kim some love. She got stuck in the mud, what, a week ago? She's out. She's out. Kim don't play. She does not play. If she's gonna go do something, she's gonna do it. Yeah, well, I mean, she did. Rough night. Look, but nobody can make like caked mud on their face attractive but you. And I mean that as a compliment. I really do. 100%. I mean it as a compliment. What got me is you posting that if Wrecker existed, that he would have gotten you out of the mud, so you blame that. That cracked me up. You gotta understand, your content is really funny. I don't know if you know that. Y'all, Kim has beef with her HOA, and it's great. At this point, I think she likes it. And it wouldn't shock me to know that she's like doing stuff to provoke them. I'm pretty sure, which is iconic, by the way. I mean, I'm starting to think that there's not that much difference between Kim and her OC. I think they're both like, bring it. See, she's just being petty with her HOA. I knew it. There's not a huge difference between me and the Southern Mother of Dragons, and Kim is the same way. You can tell by the way I talk to trolls, but being petty to the HOA is great. Please keep posting about that because it's just funny. At this point, I don't know. Kim is probably, I don't know, she's gonna get a giant Millennium Falcon and just put it in her front yard or something. Like, she does not care at all. It's fantastic and hilarious. And I agree, bother them. Bother them. And then bother them again. Kim, did you watch House of the Dragon? Kim is mostly in the Star Wars fandom. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of people that are teaching commands in High Valyrian. I think it's cute. Hello, Prince. Oh well, don't rush. Yeah, at least Kim's fandom is doing okay for the majority. Look, we're doing all right, and Eye of the Seven Kingdoms is great, and I think Aegon's Conquest is gonna be good. Look, I could lie. I could. But if I did, I don't know. I don't know. If I had to, best season ever, I don't know. I don't think people hang around me because I'm gonna glaze something. I think they hang around me because I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Or no, it's not. Yeah, that's awesome. That was ridiculous. I mean, I try not to be like overly negative. I just get frustrated when the source material is really good. Yeah. I mean, I do my podcast with 3 other people, depending on availability. And all 3, like, including me, it's 4, all have the same opinions. Yeah, we're in the yeah, we are. We're in the trenches. That's where we hang out. Ooh, Xena, the warrior princess. Now that's awesome. That's old school badass chick. We're not even in like the deep trench. Season 4 is going to be whatever's worse in the trenches. Best season ever. Not really. No, it's fine. Everything will be fine. It's totally not going to be depressing. Not at all. But was my story with pictures about the journey of the eggs, was that good? Did that help? If y'all ever want to know something like that, just ask me. I'm happy to tell you. And I don't expect everybody to know everything. Alright, Brie liked it. Jay, I don't think there is any recovery from that. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Jay. I'm glad I could offer some clarity. Very. Wonderful. Thank you, Eric. Good. If there's anything while you're like, why? Or never hesitate to ask me. Like, some people feel like they need to know, like, so much. No, you don't. I don't expect everyone to have been hyper fixated on this world for over a decade. Look, thank you, Eric. You're very kind. And thank you for all the support. Jay, I'll point out something that Bree said. Bree said that those eggs may not have been real. Like, it could have just been a trick that she did to try to convince Aemon to stay. I want to believe that. I like that explanation. Because, like, the story's too weird. Like, let's just say, like, that's her, like, doing some kind of trick, and she really just had, like, 5 rocks. Because, notice, they weren't brought up again. At all? No? I don't know. Maybe, probably in season 4, we'll probably go back to Harrenhal, and all 5 of those eggs will hatch. I don't know. Yeah, true. It's probably 5 rocks. People are very tired of Harrenhal. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Brie, they were warm. Yeah, you guys were asking, like what dragons came from what other dragon? The only way that we can kind of figure that out is if they happen to name the baby dragon after one of the parents. Like Arax, Vermax came from Cyrax. That's really the only way. Like Taraxes, Caraxes, and Cyrax, that's the only definitive way. Now, you can kind of plot it out, but like I said before, when you have multiple dragons laying clutches of eggs, there's no definitive way. Also, we don't know gestation period, and I think only about 50% of dragon eggs hatch. Now, I don't think it was always like that. I think that is because Valyria is gone, and obviously there's some things that are wonky because, you know, every generation there's less Valyrian blood and DNA. So, oh, here's another thing. Ryan Condal said that magic is leaving the world because of Helena. That's not a thing. That's not true. At all. Not a bit. Magic is not leaving the world because of Helena. Magic leaves the world when there are no dragons. Because Jay, he wants to take every aspect of the show and make it his instead of George's. It is literally, it's a pissing contest. that he's got with himself. Because George isn't really doing anything other than just making a few remarks here and there that are, you know, not, that are obviously directed at him, but like not, you know, fighting words. Right, Lucifer. So Ryan Condal says that magic is leaving the world because of Helena, because dragon dreamers are more rare than dragons. Dragon dreamers are more rare than dragons. If that is the case, no, no, that kind of magic is unpredictable. It's not good magic. That you only use that magic is if that's the only kind you can access. Ice and fire magic are way more stable. Yeah. What Lucifer said. Ryan Condal also said Alicent should be on the throne. The throne should not go to any white-haired dragon riding Targaryen. He said they're not the good guys. He said a lot of stuff, guys. Like I would I would ignore a lot of it. But they asked him who should sit the throne. He said, aside from Alicent, I think Sea Snake, he probably couldn't remember Corliss's name. I think Sea Snake would be a great king too in terms of experience, says Condal. I was just trying to pick somebody that wasn't blonde. Hear that, Targaryens? You're not the good guys. That's what he said. Is that why you've been trying to evoke Daenerys every season? When he's talking about Alicent, he's like, because they're like, who should sit the throne? I mean, honestly, I think Alicent, he says, pointing to experience held by Rhaenyra's matriarchal rival. That's not a thing either. There's not a character in the show that has seen more of a differential between power to lack of power. She's seen it all. She doesn't ride a dragon, which I think is probably important for a sane and stable leader. You hear that? She doesn't ride a dragon, which I think is probably important for a sane and stable leader. You do understand that that's him saying that Jon nor Daenerys are a stable leader. He's a bitter man. Yes. That is a quote. That is a direct quote. Bree, he's really close to Sarah Hess, and she agrees with all this. If you're talking about show, Jon bonded with Rhaegal. Is there a chance he's going to bond with Rhaegal in the books? Of course. So, why do you keep bringing Daenerys up if you think... And see, I hate the way he words this. She doesn't ride a dragon. That one little part of a sentence shows what he lacks in knowledge. It's not riding a dragon. It's being bonded with a dragon. All he sees are people sitting on dragons. He doesn't understand the dragon bond. He doesn't care at all. It's weird. That's just him. Now, somebody found an old interview with George and asked him who would be a suitable leader nowadays. Which of my characters would be a leader in this day and age? Well, you know, probably Tyrion. Tyrion's very smart. He's also very ruthless, sadly, which you need. I don't necessarily think he'd be a beloved leader, but you know, he has the intellectual ability to do it. He has a certain understanding of politics, and he has a lot of experience in the dark side of humanity. So he wouldn't be too naive for the job. He might be a good choice. Dany would also be an interesting choice if we could bring her dragons along. That's George. Yeah. Look, man, I can't make this stuff up. I find it so shocking that I literally like saved the quotes because I was like, are you kidding me? So just be prepared for season 4. It's going to be very, very anti-Targaryen, very anti-dragon. Honestly, I think Daemon's character has mostly made sense, probably because Matt Smith has said, yeah, we're not doing that. Daemon wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that. And he has enough pull. Because Matt Smith really likes Daemon. You can tell. And I'm not saying Daemon's not a saint. He is morally gray. But he actually has an arc that makes sense. He's making changes. He's trying to stick up for his daughter. He told the children to move. Season 1, Daemon wouldn't have told those kids to move. Season 2, Daemon went to Harrenhal therapy. Season 3, Daemon actually has a conscience, which will make it more interesting. Yeah, Lucifer, I can't help that. Like, it's such a thing. That is one thing me and Amelia have in common. Very expressive. And sometimes it's not a great thing. Sometimes my facial expression tells everything. Yes, Jay, you are correct. Season 1, Daemon would have been like, bye. You know? I mean, he's not a saint, but it is nice to see at least one character kind of make sense. I don't know what's going on with Rhaenyra. I can't tell you that. I can't explain that to you. I don't have a clue. Y'all, people are really petty. Like, I'm petty, but people are really petty. Like, every time somebody posts something about, like, a quote from Ryan Condal, like, they always post this picture of him looking like a... I'm sorry. Every time. He's just like, what are you doing? I'm sorry. It's funny. Yeah, it's a shame what they've done with Aemon's character. In the books, he's a psychopath, one of the most iconic and feared villains in Westeros history. In the series, he's crying half the time. And, like... So, like, a lot of these characters have been beloved characters for a long time. Yeah, he's a mama's boy, literally. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yes, he is a mama's boy. To a fault. All right, there's somebody saying something negative about Caraxi, so we're just gonna skip that. Again, there's a lot of people talking about season 1 Rhaenyra. No, we don't tolerate any dragon hate. The dragons don't really have a choice. They really don't. Yeah, that's basically the consensus. Is that people can't imagine season 1 Rhaenyra doing what season 3 Rhaenyra does at all. Thank you, Macy. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, it's a smaller version of watching Daenerys annihilate King's Landing, man. I didn't want that for people. Didn't want it for myself. I didn't enjoy that, but I mean, there's not really anything you can do. Season 4 was going to be painful. It's going to be even more painful now. Yeah. I mean, she's not going to get better. And Aegon's going to look like the nice guy. That's already been chosen. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. She's going to 100%. Yep. Hey, Red. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what's going to happen. She's going to get worse. I guess she's probably going to keep that armor on, I guess. Probably. I wonder what Daemon thinks about that armor. What are you doing? What is that? Where did you find that? Who told you to put that on? Yeah, Jay, it looks weird. I know. I want Silverwing to shake him off so bad. Maybe I need to make a video and like heal myself and make my own video where Silverwing's just like, ugh. As if. Now that would be funny. Yes, Lego minifigure. Beardo made a very good point that Rhaenyra's armor looks like a Lego minifigure, and that's like all I can see now. Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it, because that would be funny. Ugh, as if. She's a diva. She's beautiful. Ulf is just, ugh. You don't like Ulf in Fire and Blood, but like in the show, like, I can't stand him. I mean, it's perfect. Like, oh, I know what I was going to look for. A lot of people, if you look up Targaryen dragon family tree, there's so many of them, and they're all slightly different because there's no way to know. But I think there's 3 that are the most popular, and they have slight differences. I've never liked him, probably because I knew what he was going to be. I think he was really boring, and Ulf is, ugh. As soon as I see him, I'm like, but, so, in this version, it starts with Valerian, and then you have Meraxes and Vhagar, and it makes sense for Meraxes to lay more clutches of eggs than Vhagar, because Rhaenys and Aegon had a lot of fun together. So it has Meraxes, and under it has Silverwing, Vermithor, Quicksilver, and Dreamfire. And then it has Vhagar, and Vhagar has Moondancer. Okay? Then it says Silverwing has Sea Smoke and Cyrax. Dreamfire has Melee, Sunfire, and Morgul. Then I would say the most likely information that's correct is the youngest dragons, because they at least, like, half of them have names that kind of tell you where they came from. Like, Cyrax has Arax, Vermax, Taraxes. That's pretty obvious. Then you can put, like, Stormcloud and Morning, kinda. And then the last dragon didn't even get a name, which I would assume is, like, on purpose. It was like, okay, this is so sad, like, I'm not even naming it. But, like, I think it was, like, the size of a cat. I always wonder, like, didn't somebody take care of it? I don't care if it was the size of a cat. Didn't somebody, like, make sure it got food? Am I the only person that's concerned about, yeah, you know what, never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about it. She's just known as the last dragon. That's it. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, even if she's little. I like to think somebody had a pet bed or something for her. I don't know. Hopefully. All right, kids. Since I'm also going live tomorrow night, I'm gonna go ahead and leave and not do super late. Tomorrow at 6, I will be live with Richard the Wildling. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and he's got a lot of great stories. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Jay. So please come hang out with us. I don't even know all of the stories he has. Like, Richard, like, you can see him in Battle of the Bastards. Like, it's pretty epic. It really is. I mean, he's in a lot of scenes. So we're gonna talk about that. He also like gets to see all the locations that are in Ireland, which is epic. Good. Thank you. So that'll be at 6 tomorrow, and I'll post it on my story and on my bulletin board. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you all. This is very fun. I love being able to tell dragon stories to y'all. So anytime.